Hey everybody, this is Bran'sTech, and in this video, I'm starting a new series called Mobile News Tech Weekly, and it is a weekly, or maybe later on monthly, series where I make a video about new tech that is happening now, and let's begin. Hey everybody, so first of all, please excuse my microphone, as I have some troubles with it at the moment. But the first thing on here is about the recall on the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. So the Note 7, yes, it did just come out. What could be wrong with it? Well, as you may or may not have heard, it is rumored, well, it is to have exploded. Some of them, if you charge it, and the battery just explodes. And this is when you usually charge it with an older charger, since it uses a USB Type-C charger. So if you are using it with the micro USB, please, start using it with the, well, if you're using the micro USB, it may be best to have it checked. And Samsung is working on getting every single device replaced. And they are also holding up all shipments of the Note 7. And they are also taking them out of stores nationwide. And the next thing is the Chrome apps. So, Chrome apps are the apps built into your web browser or Chrome OS. Now, they are actually web apps, so they don't actually need to download to the computer necessarily. They download to the cloud. So basically, you're accessing the cloud or the website in order to get to it. And the Chrome apps do not usually take up a lot of storage. However, Google is said to try to have this taken away by 2018 and make this a Chrome OS only feature. Although reports say that they also want to get rid of this in Chrome OS. Now, I think the reasoning for this, not only is it just to promote Chrome OS, like they have been doing in other versions of Chrome where an unused feature is taken away and just put in Chrome OS, because this is a very used feature in Chrome. So, they are trying to make almost every Chrome app become an extension by contacting the developers, and hopefully they're able to make the extension as soon as possible. And it is unsure of exactly when they will get rid of this feature on Chrome OS. Although they did say that the Google Play Store will be taking over Chrome OS. So this may be the reason for this. Although when asked to Google, they have no response. Speaking of Chrome, the Chromebooks and Chrome OS devices overtook the Macs in the market just recently, which means that, yes, the web-powered Chromebook is actually more popular than your Mac now. And according to sales, it will probably stay that way for a while. It possibly permanently. However, it is unsure of anything at the moment. Okay, so now for Google's new apps, Duo and Allo. So, Duo and Allo are supposed to be the first two apps to support Google Assistant. Now, Google Assistant, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, is the new virtual digital assistant on Android for Android Nougat. And it will be on Google Home, which I'm also going to talk about. But these two apps will halfway be replacing Google Hangouts. And the way it will be doing this is because Allo, which is a messaging app, will come in to Google Play Store and it will let you do chats with you and someone else or you and the Google Assistant on Android or iOS. Now, Google Duo has already been released. So, Google Duo is a one-on-one voice and video calling app. It has this Android only feature called Knock Knock, where it lets you see the person who is sending the call before they even answer. Well, before you answer, I should say. And although this app is both on the Play Store and App Store for Android and iOS, the Knock Knock feature is Android only. And this app will also replace Google Hangouts. Now, it is unsure of how Google Assistant will work out in Google Duo. I have this app installed myself, and it said this app will have Google Assistant. However, I was unable to find it. Although I'm not sure how Google Assistant would play in this environment, or we may just need to wait for Nougat. Both Allo and Duo are said to change their logo before the release date. Now, as you probably saw, Duo has changed theirs. Although we're unsure of Allo's, but according to the picture shown, this is what it most likely will be. However, on the Google Play Store, it still has the old one up. However, for Duo, it has the new one. So we are unsure of anything at the moment. Let's stay tuned. Okay, Android Nougat. And yes, that is how you pronounce it, Nougat. That is the Android 7.0, which will be coming out this year. Now, unlike every single year, well, almost every single year up to date with the history of Nexus phones, the Nexus will not be bringing out Nougat. And this is fortunate, but yet unfortunate in both ways. The LG V20 Nougat will be the first Android phone with Android Nougat. And, of course, this will have the responsibility of bringing it out. Okay, so the LG V20 is, in fact, the first phone with Android Nougat out of the box. However, the Nexus 6P and the Nexus 5X are some of the first ones with the beta version. And with Android Nougat for this year, many devices from 2013, 14, and some of 2015 even that have been even prepared for Nougat are unable to get it, including my Galaxy S5. And this is because of one of the biggest, well, most widely used system on chips, the Snapdragon 800 or 801. And this is because that Qualcomm no longer supports these. So any phone with those, which have been basically the most used ones within the last 2 or 3 years, is unable to run Nougat. And yeah, it's a pretty big deal. So if your phone was originally made, not when you got it, but if it was made from 2013 to early 2015, your phone most likely will be unable to get the update. And this is no, it's not necessarily like Samsung's fault or anyone. This has blame for the chip provider, most likely Qualcomm, your phone manufacturer, and Google all together. It's a huge blame, but unfortunately that is the way it is. And there's nothing to change that, including the Sony Xperia Z3 from 2014, which was made for Nougat whenever it came out. It cannot support it. Which, yes, like I said, this is pretty sad. But I guess that means you need a new phone. And I'm unsure of if there will be any more updates of Marshmallow for those of us who are stuck with Marshmallow and cannot get Nougat. I'm unsure of if there will be any Marshmallow updates to go around, or if that's just it and we lost all of our upgrades. And I just wanted to quickly say that iOS 10 public beta is out, and that the next iPhone, most likely called the iPhone 7, will be here this month of September. And last but not least, Google Home is coming out with Google Assistant. Now, Google Assistant is what everyone considers the cousin of Google Now. Google Now, as you know, is the intelligent virtual assistant in Android and Chrome OS, and downloadable in iOS and some Macs and Windows without the full functionality. And Google Assistant will be replacing Google Now, as I've heard, in Android Nougat. And its first appearance will be in Google Allo. Although it said Google Duo and Allo will both share responsibility being the first apps with Google Assistant, we have yet to have seen Google Duo with Google Assistant. But Google Home will be carrying Google Assistant. And you could say, "Hey Google," and it will respond to your every command and basically control your home. Is the direct competitor of Amazon Alexa. Amazon Echo with Alexa. And of course, Google Home was launched at Google I/O. However, it is not available yet. I'm not exactly sure if you can pre-order or not, but it's heard that it will be coming out soon. And also, right before I go, I did want to mention that if you think I left anything out, or if you want clarification, please tell me in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.